Okay, let's try this again because my mic decided to not want to record audio in my last video that I tried to just upload, which was the same video of this one. Anywho, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about the potential secret rares in UFO. And the reason I say potential, you'll see why. So, for those of you who have not been following, the Discord leaks and things like that, there were two, so far that I'm aware of, two secret rare UFOs cards that were leaked. The first one being the Gauro, which I made an entire Cryptid Chronicle video about it, which if you guys are new to the channel, don't know what Cryptid Chronicle is, it's my new series of me going over the history and the lore of the cryptids showcased in the Metazoo games, card games, I should say. So feel free to check it out, it's really cool. Now, the second one that leaked was the Foo Fighters, which that Cryptid Chronicles video I will hope I can finish by end of the week, maybe this weekend. I'm just trying to edit it down, things like that. I'm still recording audio for it too, so hopefully you guys enjoy those type of videos. But the reason I say potential is because for all intents and purposes, it looks to be like a regular secret rare. These cards are serialized 1 out of 10. Okay, so that usually means secret rare, right? At least because of wilderness, right? We got the Green Man as 1 out of 100. Now, the reason I say potential is because on the bottom right, we see the stars, the little star icon at 165. And that typically means star rare, aka secret rare for Metazoo. Now, the only problem I have with these secret rares that leaked, it's the fact that they come in their little wrapping. They come in wrapped, like an actual promo card, right? So that's what leads me to think that these secret rares may be considered secret rares, but they could be used for something like tournament winnings, right? Which makes sense because, if they plan on having many tournaments, these could be used at tournaments maybe near or local to that cryptid, which I think is a pretty cool idea. So I don't know if these are official secret rares that you can pull from product, or if it's secret rares that will be given out at tournaments or events or things like that. Maybe the Foo Fighters are, you win it at a tournament where they were first sighted, which off the top of my head I don't remember. All I know is that they were sighted in World War II. But so those are basically my hesitations as to why I don't want to say with 100% certainty, because originally when I posted about these secret rares, I thought they were basically confirmed secret rares. But then after I started thinking a little bit more, and especially the fact that they were, wrapped cards, typically, like I said, wrapped cards in their little cellophane wrap or whatever you call it, typically that signifies a promotional card of some sort, which again leads me to think that these may be used as tournament prize support. Who knows? But if they are pullable in UFO, that would mean that we have 12 secret rares that you can pull in the UFO product, right? Now, personally, I think this is, in my opinion, a way better idea than just having one secret rare serialized out of 100. I think having multiple ones, maybe some as 1 out of 100, maybe some out of 20, some out of 10, and heck, who knows, there might even be a 1 out of 1 for all we know. But in my opinion, I feel like this is a way better secret rare situation than just having one. Now, this kind of goes back to what Mike said. This is regarding Cryptid Nation 2nd edition, right? So when we asked Mike, hey, have we pulled everything there is to pull from Cryptid Nation 2nd edition, Mike said, and I think this was in a Metazoo hour, Mike did go on to say, no. So that leads some to believe, myself included, that there may be secret rares still hidden in that product, right? Now, my prediction, my crazy thought and conspiracy brain here, my prediction is that the secret rare is actually hidden in the spellbooks of Cryptid Nation 2nd edition. Now you may ask, why the spellbooks? Well, I have two reasons to believe so. One, they are the only product in the entirety of Metazoo, spellbook wise, they're the only spellbook product that has hollow aura, like hollow auras in the aura bricks. Okay, why that may be significant is because what better way than to hide a secret rare in the brick that most people decide to throw away because they weren't even aware that there were holo tokens in there, or holo auras in there. So here's my idea. Cryptonation Spellbook 2nd edition, they're like $20 each. And the holo auras, like the holo aura cards that you get, one in each of the bricks, they sell for like 10 to 20 some dollars, man. Like that one card pays for half, if not the entire spellbook. So in my opinion, it is completely way too low. Even if there are no secret rares, the fact that that one holo card is worth that much, and you get, you know, 10 packs of Cryptonation 2nd edition, and you get all you get the promo card and the coin. Excuse me. I've been saying for months since Cryptonation 2nd edition released, the spellbooks are severely undervalued, and it would be poetic justice, or I guess maybe whatever. To me, it's poetic justice. It would be poetic if Mike and the team said, you know what? We've been getting all sorts of complaints about the spellbooks from Cryptonation 1 to Nightfall. You know, let's go ahead, and now that the problem with the spellbooks not having the proper holo to reverse holo ratios was fixed, starting with Cryptonation 2nd edition, it would be absolutely hilarious if they decided, you know what, we're gonna go ahead and add a secret rare that people can pull from these aura bricks, where you still have a chance of getting a holo card, right? And now the reason I have this, I guess, prediction is, one, because Mike did confirm at a time that we have not pulled everything there is to pull in Cryptonation 2. Second, whenever there's any sort of, at least thus far, any sort of box topper involved, any sort of extra little cards involved that you can get, there usually tends to be a secret rare. Now, this may be different for example, the eBay Wilderness boxes, considering, you know, there's what, like 625 of each token, holo tokens that you can pull. That may be a different situation with that product, but typically, whenever there's, you know, a secret rare to be pulled, there tends to be, you know, they tend to be in booster boxes, they tend to be in box toppers, and again, it would not shock me at all if the Cryptonation 2nd edition, the second secret rare, is available specifically in the spellbooks in the holo aura like brick spot. So that's my crazy prediction for, you know, the card we have yet to pull from Cryptonation 2nd edition. My bet is it's in those bricks. Whether that's true or not, probably not. I mean, maybe there seems to be evidence that that's the case, considering that, hey, you know what, Metazoo and Mike, and they seem to be very cheeky and on the nose about things. I mean, heck, just look at the Magic Cast, you know, the whole meta poo April Fool's joke. They've been rolling with the punches whenever there's any criticism. They've been, you know, I mean, look, the whole meta poo set is just awesome. It's just hilarious. It was a great nod to all the negativity the Metazoo received. And again, I would not be surprised if they countered the negativity surrounding the spell books by saying, you know what, let's sprinkle a little secret rare in there for people to find. And the problem is, a lot of people are actually not aware that those Cryptonation spellbooks, the 2nd editions, have a holo card in there. Believe it or not, I've met several people that didn't even know. So, are they in there? Maybe. I guess we just have to keep opening Cryptonation spellbooks to find out. So, and again, they're so cheap. I mean, they're so cheap. I'm so surprised at how cheap they are, considering all the stuff you get and the holo aura that you can pull. And if there's a potential secret rare in there, like, bro, that's a lot. Now, the fact that it's only found in, if it is the fact that it's only found in spellbooks, if my assumption is correct, then that would make complete sense as to why nobody has found it, because to this day, there are so many Cryptonation 2nd edition spellbooks that just are not selling. People are not opening up spellbooks because that entire idea that spellbooks are trash because there are no full holos in there just continue to carry, like, they continue to think that that's the case when it's not. They've completely fixed it since Cryptonation 2nd edition. I feel like I've pulled better cards from spellbooks than I have from booster boxes in Wilderness. So I think I've pulled, what, like 2 or 3 Prismaros from spellbooks and like maybe 1 out of a booster box. So just, hey, that's, Very small sample size, but still. So from my experience, I've had better pull rates with spellbooks. But anyways, that's my little tangent, my little prediction on the potential of a secret rare still not being found in second edition product. Again, I think it's in the spellbooks. We'll see. But with that in mind, we go back to these bad boys here, right? I don't know. I like the idea. I like the idea that going forward, right, there are multiple secret rares as opposed to just one, right? I think that's a smart idea. I really like that. I really think that's a phenomenal way to go about it. Now, while I was making my Cryptid Chronicle videos, I've kind of noticed a sort of pattern with the secret rares that have leaked so far. There's hardly any information on the cryptids so far that are secret rares from UFO. So, for example, the Gauro, right? The very first Cryptid Chronicle video I made, there's maybe 2 paragraphs of information on it. There's no other sightings. There's no other publications on it. There's no other information that I could find. Literally 2 paragraphs, right? For the Foo Fighters, it's kind of the same thing, right? Very little information. It's pretty much a giant mystery for the most part. And I like that. I like that secret rares, the secret rares that they're putting out there right now, seem to have no information to find. Like, excuse me, like it's kind of like one of those things where Pokemon has legendary Pokemons, right? Yeah, there's a regular Pokemon there, and then there's legendaries and mythical and all that stuff, right? Well, with Metazoo, technically every cryptid is a myth, right? It's mythical, from the unicorn to Bigfoot, things like that. So the fact that they're doing secret rares about cryptids that are very, very rare and hard to find, there's very little information to find about said cryptids, I think that's awesome. I think this is basically their solution to so-called legendary Pokemon, right? Again, I'm not trying to compare Metazoo to Pokemon. I'm just saying, like, hey, it's very similar in the way that people think, right? So, especially if we start thinking about the Metazoo game, right? So, people want hard-to-catch cryptids, right? Everybody's going to want a Mothman, but I'm sure Mothman's going to be something that you can catch or whatever, contract pretty easily for the most part, because it's a very beloved cryptid, right? But it would be really awesome if in these games you have to go up against these type of, cryptids, secret rares per se, right? You have to go up against this demon-looking floating head with horns, right? That's what I like. I really like the direction that they went with these secret rares. I think it's really smart that they introduced cryptids that, I'm sure some of you guys may have heard of those cryptids, but the majority of people have not. And the fact that there's hardly any information surrounding some of these secret rares kind of gives you that, like that secret rare feeling, because they're cryptids that there's not much about, They're hard to find, they're hard to get information on. But, if you encounter it, you're like, what the heck, right? So, I like the direction it's going. I really like having multiple secret rares in Metazoo products, right? I think going forward, UFO, Seons, what's the one after Seons? So is it Native? Things like that. I think it would be really awesome if they continue this trend. Multiple secret rares of unknown cryptids, maybe lesser known cryptids of the area, things like that. I think that's great. But I don't know. I don't know if, again, this is the future of secret rares, whether it's pulled in boxes or... Sorry, had to go do something. But as I was saying, if this is the future of secret rares, I think it's great. I think, that going forward, this is an interesting way of, one, not only having some sort of value behind your, behind some of the cards. Yes, the secret rares, the 1 out of 100s, do have a value of like typically $3,000 to $4,000, raw, ungraded, which tremendous value, right? You buy yourself a $100 booster box, and if you get lucky, you pull one of those. Come on, But I also really like the idea of special cards like this being used as prize support. So I guess there has to be a certain balance, because yes, you can get, like, for example, the Caster Cup promos, things like that, but I feel like a lot of people would love to get these type of secret rares that are actually serialized, 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10, or whatever it may be, simply by going to your tournament, playing the game, and potentially winning and getting this as a like a prize card, something similar to what we see with Flesh and Blood and other big games, right? Flesh and Blood tournaments, you can get gold cold foils, right? So that would be cool. Or heck, maybe maybe the cards that they can do for tournament prize support could be something like, they have the playtesters with the gray silver border, the samples were all black bordered. Maybe if you win a tournament, you get some sort of special card, different type of border, different type of foiling technique, or something along those lines. Or again, this right here would work for that too. So I think this will be the future that Metazoo goes with in regards to secret rares. They will likely have multiple secret rares like we're seeing here that you can pull from product, as well as secret rares, that are technically a part of UFO, but they will be handed out at tournaments or things like that. I think that is a great way to go about it. Again, what I really enjoyed about the secret rares that have been revealed so far is that there's like no information about the cryptid, which just goes to show you how rare the cryptid is and why it deserves to be a secret rare, right? So those are my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think down below. Do you like these secret rares? Do you like having more secret rares with, out of 10, out of 20, serialization that's less than 100? Do you only want one secret rare that you can pull in each, per set type of thing? Let me know what you guys think. Again, I really like this. I really like what they've come up with so far. And, I'm hoping we see more like this with Seance and Native and War and all that good stuff. So thanks again for checking out this video. This is the second attempt at me trying to upload this, because the first time my mic was not working. So thanks for bearing with me. See you guys in the next one.